Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Just thought I'd return to you tonight for this video you've been waiting for. I'm so sorry I didn't get it out for a midnight release. I had to watch a little longer of the show just to get done with it for season 3 of Stranger Things. And then I'll move on to season 4 and try to finish that up quickly and then go to the fifth and final season after. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for Stranger Things Season 3 for the entirety of where the Mind Flayer comes back in this one, and let you know my thoughts on what I think of this third season of Stranger Things overall. So let's dive into this TV show review. Now, basically, it leaves off where after they closed the gate in the second season, apparently the Mind Flayer stayed behind to try to reopen the gate. Sorry, I'm drinking hot chocolate right now. It's pretty good, by the way. Swiss Miss. But overall, yeah, I think with this season, the Mind Flayer has its eyes set on Billy this time instead of Will. It's someone new he's latching onto, and unfortunately, this is the season where Billy does die, and this is the final goodbye to his character. Um, if you see towards the end of it, he sacrifices his life to save Elle, even though he doesn't know her. He basically, she got through to him in a way. So, yeah, this season was about the Russians too that were in Starcourt Mall or whatever, because there's a lot of different changes in season 3 where this governor is, or this mayor, Klein, is basically putting up a mall, and then there are Russians that are owning a side of property in the mall to work on their experiment. And from what I've seen with this one, I can say this was another pretty good season. Would I say it's my favorite of the Stranger Things series? I think with each episode, like the Mind Flayer was kind of possessing people, and uh, basically Billy was bringing the people to the Mind Flayer, and then they get possessed by the Mind Flayer. And then afterwards, I guess some people in this season do die, which is pretty sad. But overall, Elle does try to stop the Mind Flayer, but she gets bit in the process, and the Mind Flayer kind of has a secret weapon to attack her powers or whatever by something that bit her and is kind of crawling inside her. It's pretty messed up and pretty gross too. Some kind of parasite thing that's latching onto her from that bite mark. But overall, yeah. There was one cringy moment I had with this season where Dustin was singing to his Susie Poo or whatever, the Never Ending Story theme song. That part was cringe. And I couldn't fathom, and I laughed the whole time, like, this was kind of stupid. But other than that, the rest of the show did pretty well in its own way. Would I say this is my favorite season of Stranger Things? I think it's a pretty good one, but it's probably the least of the favorites. Least of my favorite series for it, because there's a lot of things that do happen in this season where Elle is trying to figure out what's going on with the town, because she spins a bottle and she finds out that Billy's doing some kind of messed up stuff and hurting people and harming people because the Mind Flayer's telling him to. So, other than that, if I were to give season 3 for Stranger Things a score, I'm feeling an 8.5 out of 10. A pretty good season. I wouldn't say it's my favorite season in the franchise of TV shows, for this TV show, but I would say this is a step down from the last season. Um, Even though the last season was pretty good too in its own way, I think this one was pretty good too. Um, so I think season 2 and 3 were the weakest. They weren't the worst, but they were still pretty good shows, or seasons, I should say. This is also the one where Hopper fights that Russian dude, and then I guess they had to close the gate and he was not there anymore. So I guess the Russians kidnapped him the last minute. But yeah, this hot chocolate is pretty good. So overall, yeah. Stranger Things season 3 is kind of a joyride to watch through, and kind of a roller coaster ride of things happening in this season, and you try to see what's going to happen with the mind flare and all that, because he came back and he's after Elle and basically getting revenge on the whole town of Hawkins. And then the next season is where Vecna comes in. So we'll find out more about that. But other than that, 8.5 out of 10 for Stranger Things Season 3. I hope you enjoyed this Season 3 review tonight. I'm going to have more videos coming out as soon as I can. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all on my next video. Have a good night, guys, and I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving.